6 on the shot clock. And it's Bradley off the drive. Can't hit from in close.
Well, the history of college coaches switching over to the NBA is pretty daunting. But Brad Stevens and the Celtics can't worry about those who came before him. He's just got to be himself. And he was well regarded in Boston. Despite the fact that they went through a rebuilding process last year, he did a really good job.
And here's Smart. Now we'll go to DB, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
The one player on his mind in this matchup, Kevin Love. And it's not for his scoring ability, but for the harm he can do to a team on the backboards. You saw what he can do to teams if he goes on checks, Coach said. We don't want to let him get up and get over 20 or 30 rebounds on us. And to do that, we got to check him out each time a shot goes up. Guys, easier said than done.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Out to Shumpert. Now Love inside. Back to Shumpert. LeBron outside. Here's the three. Another three for Cleveland.
And a lot of times his first quarter seems to dictate how big of a role he plays later on. And he's off to the good start.
And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game. Smith checked in for James.
Third team foul. The Cavaliers. J.R. Smith.
And Bass kicks to Zeller. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. That's good. Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Irving drives in. Outside jumper. Turner against Smith. Fires from deep. That's good. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
J.R. Smith, just tremendous range on his shot and a great skill level overall. He can handle, pass, and finish. He can really get up high and finish in transition with some explosiveness. Just an electric play.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Evan Turner. It's stolen by Bradley. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving.
And J.R. Smith set a record last season for three-pointers attempted in a game with 22. That's a lot of casting from the three-point line. That same night, he set the Knicks franchise record for makes with 10 that found the bottom of the net. When he's going, he can be a handful.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. And for J.R. Smith, he's got all the tools offensively. It's his decision-making, Steve, that I think has probably limited him from greater responsibility.
That's why I think he's better in an instant offense role where you can sit him down if he starts to freelance and do too much. But they call him J.R. Swish for a reason. He is always dangerous.
Now, here is Smith. He has 5. Lets the three fly. Another three for Cleveland. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And it's Turner off the drive. Swatted away. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And a new group in for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Zeller. Sullinger comes in for Brandon Bass. Jay Crowder's checked in for Evan Turner. And Thomas subbed in for Smart. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Smith kicks to Shumpert. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Your rep coach checked in for Brandon. Outside Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas, the last pick of the 2011 draft, number 60 overall. Normally a player in that role doesn't even make the team, but he had an outstanding rookie season, and he's earned his minutes. He's become a quality NBA player.
And Isaiah Thomas held down the starting point guard spot with the Kings for 3 years. They brought in a number of challenges at that point.
Look out, hey!
A rim shaker.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons
This team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Boston, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga was a point guard for the majority of his high school career before a growth spurt shot him up to 7 feet tall. You can see the result of playing point guard for so long. He's a big man with shooting and ball handling skills of a much smaller player.
Shumpert gets a wide open look, and another 3 for Cleveland.
And their lead takes another little bump up.
Boy, I tell you, they've got to be feeling better and better about this game.
Pass to Crowder. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Well, you look back at a season ago, this is a club that made 78% of its shots from the free throw line, so very comfortable with that strike.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Miles check in for Mike Miller.
You know, one reason they're on top right now is that they haven't done a whole lot of what just happened there. Only a couple times have they given the ball away. And Olynyk, growing up in a basketball family, his father a coach at the collegiate level.
Unbelievable. How did he do that?
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting. They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
A different look now for Cleveland. Jones checked in for Verejao. And Irving subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Here's Thomas. Good on the shot. Thomas got 5.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
Irving lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Irving's got his 2nd basket. And here comes Thomas. 5 points in the game, and it's blocked by Love. Gets it off, and it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater. Oh, domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Cavaliers ahead as they end the first quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Sullinger and Zeller together down low. Smart and Bradley the guards. And it's Turner in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. Coach and front office questioned the team's effort level.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, gentlemen, Kelly Olynyk grew up in a basketball family. His father was the head coach at the University of Toronto. Kelly said, "I had unlimited access to a huge basketball mind, which was unbelievable. He loved the game so much, and he had so much knowledge and experience. It really made me want to succeed in the game." Guys?
Great skill in that front. He fits right in. Thanks, Doris. Anderson Verejao's checked in for Cleveland. Iman Shumpert has come in from Matthew Dellavedova. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess. Huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
Here's Mozgov. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And he gets it to go. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. For the Cavaliers, Perkins, he's checked in for Berejau. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. And it's LeBron in for Sean Marion. Here's Bradley. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Bradley's got his first points of the game.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
LeBron James on the wing. Turner covering. And it's LeBron James with the three. LeBron's got 9.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
Smart kicks to Bass. Unloads from 13. And another basket for Boston.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists. Brandon Bass now in his 10th season out of LSU. Pick and pop, power forward. That mid-range shot is a strength of his game, and he's really improved defensively the last couple of years as well.
Celtics trail by 20. Smart with the ball. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Cleveland leading by 18. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. On the wing, James. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that's 15 points for LeBron.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though. Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Tipped away. Irving passes to Shumpert. LeBron outside. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for Cleveland.
You got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from three-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's knocking them down.
Shumpert with the steal. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And James throws it down.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job. Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. A different look now for Cleveland. 46 seconds left in the first half of the game. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of the game.
That's foul number 2 on him. They might not warrant sitting him entirely, but, you know, another one. Before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
The first free throw is good. Jay Crowder, a former second-rounder back in 2012 out of Marquette. Those Golden Eagles churn out some gamers, don't they?
They sure do. You think about Wes Matthews, Jimmy Butler, and Crowder is in that same mold. Strong and rugged, a physical defender, a smart player, and plays with a great motor and enthusiasm.
And he goes in for the dunk. For Boston, they've gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. For Boston, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line, and that's a must-do when you're down.
Jones checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers leading by 23. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Smith with it. Now Thomas defending. It's tipped. Here's Varejao. And again, it's Cleveland.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Now, here's Thomas. 7 points in the game. And he lobs it up. Smith, no good.
That would have been a nice alley-oop there.
Well, you got to love the effort, though. Almost showtime.
And through the first half.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with LeBron.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
For the Celtics, they've really struggled against LeBron.
He has 20 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is raining down the threes, guys. You know how much I love to see this.
On the court for Cleveland, LeBron is down low with Varejao. Smith is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Jones in at the small forward position.
Defensive foul.
Well, the Celtics had a lot of problems, Clark, in a number of places last year, but at home they just struggled to put up points.
And, you know, they hadn't been known for being a high-scoring team in recent years, but no amount of defense could have made up for their woeful offense.
Yeah, he had tunnel vision on that pass. He was really focused on the target, never did see the defender.
The shot's good from Smith.
Well, it's been all about pace and space with them. Tempo, the fast break points, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, they've been looking to push it all the time and to get that early offense, and they're doing it well.
Boston would end the year with just 16 wins at home. That would be the 3rd worst mark in the East.
And it might be a bit strange for these Boston fans to not have a dominant team to watch at home, but fortunately for them, the Celtics usually don't stay at the bottom for too long.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a 3-point battle like this.
That's his 3rd personal foul. Second.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half.
Defensive foul. James Jones. That's his 1st personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And Jones over to help. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anderson Varejao. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Zeller inside. Varejao on it. And the jam by Tyler Zeller.
You know, he may lack grace, but his length makes up for it. He can still throw it down now.
Well, you don't have to be a fantastic leaper when you're his size.
Well, it's too bad because with a little more athleticism, can you imagine how dangerous he'd be underneath the boards?
LeBron kicks to Dellavedova, shoots the 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Dellavedova's got 7 points in the game.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
It really does. I mean, it's not possible to give up that many points behind the arc and not pay the price in the end. Marcus Smart, a big physical power guard out of Oklahoma State. 6'4", 225, maybe a bit of a tweener, but he's a natural leader. Plays the game with a lot of passion and competitiveness.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Now, here is Irving. He's got 8. You know, you talk about Marcus Smart's passionate nature. Of course, there was that incident last season.
Yeah, he confronted a fan in the stands in a game against Texas A&M, I think it was. He got heckled. Texas Tech?
It was Texas Tech,
Yeah,
yes.
it was Texas Tech. But he's a high-character kid, and I think that was just an emotional aberration that he learned from and will be better for it going forward.
To the middle. Here's Bass. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Bass has got 5 now.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
And that one's good. That's 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Now here's Smart. D right on him. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, analytics are here to stay, and Marcus Smart is one of the higher-rated prospects when you look at the analytics. He's got a high rate of steals and rebounds, which is always something that typically translates well to the pro game. Both of those things reflect his competitive spirit. And it's obvious this young man goes at it full throttle when he's on the court.
Left side, Shumpert, and he slams it one-handed.
A long wind-up and a strong follow-through on that one-hand jam.
He's not going to mess that one up for sure.
No, that's too easy for him.
And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, we'll go to the free throw line.
That's his first.
And Smart with great size and athleticism for the point guard position. 6'3", 6'9" wingspan. He looks big and plays even bigger.
I think he's an old-school combo guard. I mean, he's got point guard skills and leadership ability. He can penetrate. He can finish. But I think he's just a guard that you'll win with because he does not only the things